There we go. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Matt. This is my wife.
Sophia.
Yep. Today I just kind of want to make a little video, go a little live with you guys. I've never done a live video on YouTube before. I have on other social media platforms. But I just wanted to talk to you guys today a little bit about who I am and why I make whips. So yeah, Matthew Shipley. Um, this is my wife, Sophia. Um, I grew up in a family of seven. Well, sorry, my parents and five kids. I have an older sister and an older brother, and then two younger sisters. So I'm the middle child. um, and so yeah, I was born in Calgary, but now I moved to Cardston, Alberta. Here, just a small town that I know some people that follow my YouTube channel will know. Others probably have never heard of it before in their lives. But it's just a small town in southern Alberta, Canada. But yeah, I've been living here since I was about 5 or 6, around there. And I've kind of been all over the place a little bit too since then. But it's a little crooked there. Let's fix that a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I guess as to why I make whips. So it's a little bit of a long story. I might make a new video about this too and kind of condense it a little bit. Maybe add some pictures as well. But so my brother, growing up, had muscular dystrophy. He had a few other diseases as well. He had like a learning disability. He had osteoporosis, stuff like that. And when I was in grade 10, I believe it was, he fractured his back and he was in the hospital for a few months. And so he was up in Calgary, which is about 2.5 hours from here. He was staying in the hospital. And during that, I switched to homeschooling halfway through the year. And I moved to Calgary. I was staying at my grandma's house in Calgary. And we would go visit my brother in the hospital, stuff like that. And when I was younger, I used to make paracord bullwhips. And pardon me. I used to make paracord bracelets, like survival bracelets, stuff like that. Um, and while I was doing that, I had this idea to make a paracord hammock. And so I was trying to find on YouTube videos on how to make a hammock and all that kind of stuff. And all I found were time lapse videos of people making them, which didn't help me at all. But while I was there, I found a video on how to make a paracord bullwhip, and I think the YouTube channel was like the Man Cave or something like that. I don't remember, but it was a video on how to make a paracord bullwhip, and it was pretty cool. I was kind of watching it, and my uncle was there at the time, my uncle Dale, and he's kind of the one that got me started into all of this. So a little bit of backstory, I guess, too. While my brother was in the hospital, we were trying to raise funds to bring him home to Cardston here, which, we needed hospital beds, we needed special mattresses, and a whole lot of specialized equipment to be able to bring him back home. But that's all he wanted. He just wanted to go home, right? And so um, the town here, I don't know who put it on exactly, but they decided to do a dinner as well as a silent and a live auction at the high school here, the local high school, in order to raise funds so that my brother could come home. Um, Luckily, my brother was actually able to attend that fundraiser, so he managed to make it back, I think, the day of the fundraiser, and he was able to attend the fundraiser. But anyways, people were always they were looking for donations of things to put inside the fundraiser, or sorry, to put inside the auction to raise the funds and stuff. And so, um, back to the other story, my uncle was at my grandma's house when I found this video on how to make a bullwhip. And so I showed it to him. I was like, "Oh, Uncle Dale, check this out. This is kind of cool." And he looked at it and he looked at me and he said, "So, if I bought you the material to do that, do you think you could make it?" And I said, "I don't know, probably. Like, I have the instructions here. I think I could do it." And so later that week, I think he took me up to Lethbridge, which is just another city here. um, and then while we were there, he bought me the material to to make 3 bullwhips. And so I started making them there. When we got back to Calgary, I started making them. And I finished 2 of them in time for the auction. And I kind of learned how to crack a whip a little bit. I wasn't very good at it, of course. I learned how to do a cattleman's crack and I think an overhead crack, and that was it. um, and then we went to the auction, and to my surprise, these first whips that I just made, I think they sold for $280 in the live auction. I mean, of course, everyone's in the spirit of trying to raise money for my brother as well. But I was like shocked. I didn't think they were gonna go for that much. And from there, I still had the material to finish one more whip, so I finished that one, and I think someone bought that one too afterwards, or maybe I gave it to my uncle. But then later, my uncle showed up to my house again, and he had bought more material for me to make whips. And so from there, I just kept making whips, and a couple of people bought them here and there, and I started learning how to use them a little bit more. And then from there, I kept making whips. I did leave. I went to Chile for a couple of years on a service activity for my religion, a service mission, or for a mission for my church. I went to Chile for a couple of years. That kind of put on hold my whip making stuff. A couple of people did buy some whips that I had already made before I left. And then when I came back, I made a couple more. I went to school in the States. And then there was a guy that asked my mom while I was gone if I would make him a whip. And I wasn't there, so she was like, okay, well, here, my other son has one that he made. So they sold him that one. They sold him my brother's whip. And he told my mom, he's like, I want one of your son's whips when he gets back from school. Which kind of caught me off guard, because I was like, here, this man, he doesn't even know me, yet he wants one of my whips so bad. And so I came back, I made him a whip, and I made one other whip. And I went to a local store here, and I asked them if they wanted to sell whips. It was Candy Implements here in Cardston. And they agreed. And so I started selling a couple whips to them. I probably sold 3 or 4 whips to them, and that kind of got me a little bit more excited. I kept learning how to use my whips. They make a few more here and there. And that's kind of when I decided to actually, start trying to make a business out of it. I came up with my company name, Matt's Whip Shop. A couple of my cousins helped me design the logo, thanks to them. And then, yeah, I started, last year is when I really started trying to build my company, build my YouTube channel. I went in a couple of parades. And then from there, I couldn't find a job here in Cardston, so I ended up moving to Calgary to find a job. And then from there, I kind of put my business on hold for 9 months because I met my wife. And then I was in Peru for 9 months. So I kind of put my business on hold a little bit. But we got back last month. Last month, July, mid-July. And since then, it's just been, I've just been pushing forward my business. I mean, of course, I had to get a job as well. So we could actually live. But yeah, since then, I've just been pushing my business, making whips. I've been trying to create a lot more content on YouTube. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed so far and is helping me grow my channel. I got 56 so far, I think. But yeah, I'm hoping to get more and more, obviously. So, share this with all your friends. It'd be greatly appreciated. But I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about my life, and I guess our life, because I really couldn't do it without the support of my wife either, who's always trying to help me do things here and there. But I really want to thank all you guys, and yeah, I'm looking forward to more videos, more whips,
Contenido.
more content. Yeah,
For you.
for you guys,
Uh-huh.
and hoping to grow my channel and my business, and hopefully entertain some people.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching. Bye.
See you.